Warning, this podcast contains a really bad car crash. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Heroes Reborn, Season 1, Episode 12, Company Woman. I'm your host, Dom. Season only. Yes, that is true. Season only. Episode 12, Company Woman.
That could not be true. Another network could pick it up. They said NBC was done with it, but that doesn't mean it could go somewhere else.
I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Clio.
Hi!
And my co-host, Nikki.
Hi.
How's it going? Yeah, no, there's a lot of talk about that. Like, I've seen a lot of reports and stuff coming in, and NBC was like, they're conflicted because they're, like, conflicted story where they're saying, like, Tim Kring, where if he had another story to tell, we would do it, and then they're like, but he hasn't come forth and said anything to us. But then there's been other interviews with him prior to this saying that if they were renewed for a second season, that he has some ideas for some other, spin-offs, some spin-offs of some other characters, a bunch of stuff like that. So it's like we're getting mixed stuff here. So I feel like because this didn't perform well enough that NBC's blaming it on him, and it's going around in a circle. It's very cyclical, and it's just, I don't know. I'm not disappointed because I looked at this as a one season thing, and that's how they kind of build it. There was always that chance if it did really well that it would come back, and I really only want it to come back if there's going to be more Hero. That's really all it is for me.
Well, he did say that he would come back for another 3-episode arc if that were ever they're going to bring him back. So
right, yeah. So actually, he said he'd like to be more involved.
Oh, like a main, yeah.
Yeah. So who knows?
Speaking of car crashes, when that was happening, I couldn't help but laugh and just go, Matt Parkman, meet Karma.
Karma's a bitch.
I was waiting for an Evo named Karma, to like be involved in like all this. It'd be great.
Just to sit there and go on the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's interesting because Parkman, we see him barge into Erika's office and, holds what's her name?
The daughter.
Taylor.
Who?
Taylor.
Yes, Taylor. Holds Taylor, gunpoint, then makes her hold herself at gunpoint. Matt's like, you promised me this, you promised me that, get my family, give me the bracelet, give my family, the other 2 bracelets, do this. And she's just like, yeah, but you failed miserably. The whole thing ended terribly. Like, it didn't go anything as planned. So he's like, I did my part, blah, 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 blah. So he drops the big bombshell on Erika that Taylor is pregnant. And all of a sudden, Erika starts changing her mind. And not changing her mind, but is more reluctant to give in to his demands immediately, as opposed to drawing it out a little bit longer, which seemed really weird. But we did learn that Erika's got this backstory. And this is where the title of the episode comes in, Company Woman. If you guys remember Heroes, I think it was season 4, I want to say, maybe season 5. Actually, I think it was season 5. It was an episode called Company Man, and it was Noah's whole backstory.
Yeah. And
it was really, really good. Like, it went into some depth and shed some whole new light on Noah, and made you realize why he did what he was doing this whole time. And this is a really shitty parallel for me because... I
was going to say that it's like an uninspired version of that.
Yes, yeah. Because, yes, they tried to do the same thing with Erika and give her a backstory and give her a purpose and give her a reason for why she's doing what she was doing, but it just didn't hit home the same way.
No, it just made her seem really spiteful and hateful, and like, whereas Noah was motivated and he was driven, whereas she's just power hungry.
Yeah, we get her backstory where she was raped by Dr. Evo. I don't even know his name.
Yeah. They just referred to him as the Doctor. I don't think they ever gave him a name or anything like that.
So how many regenerations does he have? Literally, he regenerated a fly. He regenerated her father.
Yeah. Her daughter.
Where's his TARDIS? No. Yeah, but no, he ended up raping Erika. They had a child together that he didn't know about until the child got sick with the coal dust, and she called him up again and was like, "No, you got to help the kid." And it was a mess. It was a really messy situation, and then she ended up killing him. I was just like, "Holy shit!" And then young Casper shows up at the door.
I was so happy, even though it wasn't Casper. I was just happy to see Casper again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I was like, ooh! You?
But the interesting thing was she's like, no, you have the ability to make people forget things. I don't want to forget it. I don't. Like, you can help me clean up, but no, I don't want to forget.
Yeah, I was like, do you want to get rid of this body for me?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of help.
So...
Although
but
I think she made him take Taylor's memory.
Yeah.
Of that incident, so.
For sure. Ricky Diaz is saying The Company Man episode was season 1. I thought it was much further than that.
I thought it was when he was getting together with his, was she CSI or something like, not CSI, she was FBI, one of his little friends.
I mean, we just watched, me and Nikki just watched through Hero straight through before Hero started, but that was a long time ago now, before Reborn just started. We went through the whole show again. And
I'm pretty sure it was one of the later seasons.
The way I'm remembering it right now, and I could be completely wrong, but the way I'm remembering it, it was in the carnival, it was in the House of Mirrors, when Noah was reflecting on his life through the mirrors. So... Nikki's looking it up right now, but I don't know. That's why I remember. It very well could have been season 1 because I think there was a little backstory of him and like Claire and that. But I feel like the one that I'm thinking of anyway is later. I could be wrong. So, but Taylor in present day is starting to show some powers, and we realize that those aren't Taylor's powers. She's been tested, so apparently she's getting the powers of her child manifesting through her. She's acting as a conduit.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense because while she doesn't have the power markers like from an Evo, her dad was an Evo.
Right.
So it makes sense that she's using the baby's powers, or is able to use the baby's powers.
Right.
Okay, Ricky is correct. It was season 1, the episode named Company Man, but the one we're thinking of is season 4, and I think it's called 1961 or something like that.
Okay.
And it is a complete backstory of Noah.
Yeah. Okay, so there was 2 significant ones, but yeah, okay, so I remember the one, season 1 was when Peter and Claire went back in time. Is it? No, Hero was back in time and saw young himself.
Yeah.
And it was baby
time.
Claire. It was
baby Claire.
Yeah, okay, so it was that one.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. Erika, this whole like flashback setup thing didn't do anything for her. It still kept her in the exact same, like I feel the exact same way about her.
Yeah, I mean it for me solidified that she's a badass. But I thought that before. But she's still like a bigot, so
yeah. I mean, she's still going through her plan. She's still manipulating Tommy. She's still manipulating the guy in charge of Evernow. I forget his name. Otomo. And it's just like she's still going about her plan. She wants to. Maybe the last episode will do something to turn her around. I don't see it, but maybe it could.
You kind of saw a bit of it
because she wants to save humanity in her own weird, twisted way. She wants to save the race. by totally excluding Evos and doing bad stuff, yes. But she thinks she's in the right. I don't think anything is going to make her think she's doing the wrong thing.
Right.
I mean, that's how a lot of villains actually think, that they think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, especially if you watch, especially if you watch Once Upon a Time, you get a lot of the backsight into the villains, and they don't really think they're evil. They're doing things because they feel, and that's kind of the path Erika's on. So
yeah.
We may see this turnaround for her in the next episode, because the next episode is the finale. So
honestly, I think if we see a turnaround, that'd be lame. Like, maybe if we see a little bit of regret, that's okay.
Yeah.
But I think if she's like, I've been wrong this whole time, blah, 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 I think that would be super lame.
Yeah, more of like, let's say Tommy and Melina do go through with saving the world and all that, and then she's like, so there was another way, kind of, you know, more realization as opposed to, I shouldn't have done this, you know.
Yeah, I think more of you little shits pulled it off. I did not believe in you.
Yeah, that would be great. But meanwhile, she's got Tommy. She's hooked him up to the machine. You know, he's working. He's sending some people into the future. Until he goes to take a little break, he walks around the corner and learns that only about 1,000 people are going. Enough to get the right genetic makeup to get the population, you know, at a nice level. And he's just like...
1,200 or something.
Yeah.
And have genetic diversity.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, wait, I thought we were saving as many people as possible. Peace. And he's just like, pop, and he popped himself out of there.
Yeah.
Because Erika was like, keep him under control, and immediately he just slips up.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, shh.
Yep.
That was really funny.
Yeah, and then we see Tommy later on by Automo grabs him and kidnaps him and tosses him into Evernow, so Tommy's kind of trapped at the moment.
Yeah.
Which leaves
and
him in a...
Otomo's been drugged and dragged off to God knows where. Probably same place where they're keeping all the other Evos.
Yeah, probably. So...
Under sedation.
Yeah. It's pretty crappy. Pretty cool. Yeah, Ricky Diaz in chat mentions the Ando chairs, and it just makes me really miss Ando so much.
I love the Hero Ando dynamic. That was the best couple I've had ever watched in the longest time, to be honest. They were just so great.
Yeah.
You know, they had their quarrels, but then they always got back together because they were besties.
Yeah. I miss Ando this season. Like, to me, this almost doesn't feel like Heroes without Ando. Like, it really doesn't. Like, I can deal with not having Claire around. Like, they did an excellent job of explaining it and making her fit into this story without actually being there. That I am 100% satisfied with that.
I really like Ren, though. I have to give
Ren...
Ren...
I was just going to say, if they would have, you know, embraced the Emily-Ren friendship in the, like... earlier on, it would have been so great, because seeing those two interact was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they're both like the upbeat, kind of cheery parts of those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And them coming together is just like, yeah, high five, all right.
It was so awesome.
Ren's just like, I'm looking to meet the Master of Time and Space, and she's like, yeah, I'm kind of dating him. It's like, adorable.
Yeah. I love their like super bestie relationship.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
So they break into the quote unquote Evernow fortress, and they climb up there and they're ready. They have to save Tommy, and we just see the program. I mean, the episode ends with the program going through and seeing like all the computer generated guards spawning, you know, and stuff in front of the gates, and it's just scrolling through, and it's just like, yeah, what now? It's like...
But I mean, I don't know if this is just me, but we've seen the fortress before, right?
Yeah.
The way it looks now, it doesn't look as sturdy as it did.
No.
You know, look, there's gaps in the code, and it's glitching in and out, and I'm not sure it's...
That could have a lot to do with Katana Girl. She's been
Yeah.
glitching in and out, too. So she disappeared last we know.
Yeah, she's super glitched out. Like,
That could even be a failsafe that Automo has put in, some kind of failsafe virus or programming cheat code or something, that's in there.
Well, we do know that Otomo did send a message to Ren to get him there, so there's a connection. Otomo wants Ren to be there and like beat whatever he's had to put up for Erika.
Right. Well, he's Tommy's only hope right now. He is.
I don't know.
He is Tommy's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think Emily is just gonna be like, she's gonna be a noob, but she's gonna know all the moves, and she's gonna go in there and wreck.
It's gonna be beginner's luck.
Oh yeah, totally.
I want to see that so bad.
Me too.
Oh,
I think it'd be so cool.
Please make that happen.
Like Ren gives her top tier gear, and she's just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm expecting like almost like a Three Stooges routine out of her, where she does everything by. I guess probably the better reference is the Jar Jar Binks, where it just goes onto the battlefield and just like accidentally wins the whole war.
Exactly. But you said Three Stooges, and I literally pictured her in like full samurai armor with a ladder, just like turning around and hitting everyone with the ladder.
Well, so that's exactly what I meant. But then I'm trying to think. I'm like a more updated reference to that would be Jar Jar Binks.
You're right. Jar Jar Binks is the perfect.
Right.
So Jar Jar Binks is the Three Stooges. Confirmed.
All three of them.
No.
I'm sorry, Three Stooges fans. I didn't mean to insult you. Yeah. So I can't wait to see how that unfolds. Then we had Luke, Melina, Quentin, and Phoebe, which I just really, really hate Phoebe more and more as this goes on.
Coming into this show, Phoebe and Quinn were like, I was like, yes, this is the part that I really want to see. Mm-hmm. And just the last couple episodes, Quinn was just like, yeah, I'm totally committed to this super evil stuff. And now he's being like all the Quinn we knew from before. And I'm like, where was this?
Don't forget there was the whole time travel thing that like altered his timeline, and like he's siding with his sister and he wants to be by his sister's side and do what his sister, but he's got his own morals.
No, I know, but we didn't see his morals when he was siding with you. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The last couple episodes, we didn't see that from him.
Right, but it's also getting closer and closer to the end.
I think it was too harsh of a transition.
Mm.
And now he's back to sort of being Quinn again, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
With our hearts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Quentin will never be as good as Quentin was in the web series.
Oh, the web series was so great.
The web series, I'm gonna go out on a limb. It's hard to say because I haven't seen the finale yet, obviously. But I want to say right now the web series is better than this whole 12 episodes thus far. So if you have not watched the web series, which was called Dark Matters, I believe, go back and watch that. It had a fantastic like story with Quentin and Phoebe and like their whole relationship and her learning how to use her powers and like just Quentin in general, and like it ends with him going to find Noah.
Truther too.
Yeah, we learn a bit about Hero Truther. So,
and I mean, I think I feel like it's both Quinn and Phoebe that I feel this way about, where it's like it was just so quick and fast and 90 degrees, 180 degrees that their characters took, and it's like, where did that come from? I still don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's been housed by Renatus for who knows how long. So I mean, that transition was slow and churning, whereas for us to see Quentin all of a sudden flip sides because of the whole like butterfly that Noah stepped on.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking idiot Noah.
Yeah.
Ricky Diaz in chat is saying, see, I was all for the Quentin Phoebe, but she is like a totally different character now. And I can see where Quentin's from. He wants old Phoebe, but he's stuck with this new Phoebe. And yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. I don't really blame Quentin, anything like that, because I kind of feel for Quentin. He wants his sister back. He wants to bring her back, but now things they've gone a little too far. I think he starts to see that, and it really wasn't until like these last 2 episodes where he's starting to question it from the dark side or whatever that we're seeing. But granted, he hasn't been over the dark side all too long either. It's only been 5 or so episodes, and he has not been prominent in any of them. So it's really hard to say. It seems like a long time for us, especially because we had the like month-long break that the show had. So it seems even longer.
It's only been 3 episodes.
It's only been like 3 or 4 episodes, yeah.
The time travel was
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
very recently in the timeline.
Yeah. So really, from what we've seen of Quentin in 3 episodes, the tiny little pieces, it hasn't really been that long. It's probably been
I guess
the span of a day in terms of the show.
The hiatus makes it feel like he's been evil for a lot longer.
Exactly. So in the actual universe of the show, it's probably only been a day.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 at the most. But yeah, so Luke goes out to supposedly execute them. And this is when Phoebe, just starts running off. Quentin shoves him, to make sure Luke doesn't shoot Phoebe. She's able to cut her ropes. She gets her nose ring out, and
her shunt.
Her nose ring.
Yeah.
She has a nose ring though, right?
I don't know. Does she?
I think she actually has a nose ring, but then the Evo.
Oh, that would be terrible. Get the shunt stuck in the nose ring.
Oh, man,
No. Okay. Yeah, so she runs off. We don't really know. She blacks out where she is. She makes everything dark, and she just runs off. That's where Quentin and Luke, they kind of talk, and he's like, so, you're one of the good guys now. You can't go back to your sister. And he's like, that never was my sister. So it's kind of this weird, situation. So we'll see. I hope Quentin pulls something big out in the finale. Makes him bring him back to the character we love from the web series. That's what I want to see from Quentin.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
I mean, I still have hope for Phoebe. I just think it's going to take a fucking miracle.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think anything's going to make me like Phoebe again. So.
No, I mean, she's done what she's done.
Even if she sacrifices herself on the behalf of saving the world and in her dying breath apologizes to everybody and they're all standing around crying, and I'm still going to be like, bitch deserved it.
No, because the whole...
Okay.
We saw her. She basically got tortured and crap by Erika. So it's like, I don't know. It would have to be a good redemption, but it doesn't look likely.
What are you gonna say, Nikki? You're fighting something.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You're fighting something.
I don't want to bring it up.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to bring Rumpel into this.
So.
I will leave.
Exactly. I don't want to start this. It's redemption and villains and bad people not getting into it.
All I'm going to say to end this topic for this episode is that is something that's spread over a very long period of time, and it is a big build-up where Phoebe is literally, they have done none of that.
Yes.
Through the 12 episodes, and if we just get it in the last episode, that's just going to feel too forced and awful. Where the other ones, it's a slow build-up. There, so... Yeah, there's time. There's little signs. There's things along the way. It's not one episode deal. But, Claire, we get a bit of Claire. We see her high school. Union Wells High School. We see her picture in the cheerleader. I'm like, wonder how much they had to pay Hayden to get her picture. To be able to use her picture again.
Oh, yes.
It's a new series. It's technically not Hero Season 10. And even if it was Hero Season 10, they would still have to pay her, rights to be able to use her likeness and all that. Unless it's stock footage. I think then it's stock footage for the previous seasons that they're allowed to use. That's without having...
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a stock photo, maybe. Maybe I don't know the rules on that. So they probably could just get away with that. Because it's clearly not a new photo, so it's probably an old stock photo. But yeah, so they go there. That's where Luke and Melina head, because they figure there's a camera crew going there. The news is going to be there, whatever. They could make a big scene, and get Tommy's attention. Tommy could poof in there, whatever, which he does, and that's when Automo gets him and puts him into Evernow. But in the meantime, some bad people end up seeing this broadcast too, and one of which is Joanne.
Well, Erika recruits her.
Right.
It's like, I know how badly you want to kill your husband.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say it like that, but
No,
I mean, she
didn't,
might as well.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the same time that Joanne shows up, Tommy, Carlos, Micah, Jose, and Farrah show up at the school.
You know what? I love Carlos. I love Farrah. And I think Jose and Micah could have did so much more, but they're like, get out of here. And then Micah and Jose just left, and it's like, really?
Yeah, they came to have Farrah be the human shield, and then left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Joanne was like, she's got Melina in her sights. She takes the shot. At the same time, Luke is just like, oh, fuck no. Somebody opens the curtain and he incinerates her. Literally incinerates her into a pile of ash. And I was just like...
He's very distraught over that, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I've been waiting for it.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Then that whole scene, I'm like, Nikki's gonna have a field day with this.
Yeah. But at the same time, she gets her shot off, and looks like Melina's down. And I was just like, oh, shit. I go, what does that mean now? And I'm waiting, some Evo, that's going to come along with healing powers and, fix her and everything's going to be okay. But that's not the case. We find out that Farrah was actually the one that got shot. She took the bullet from Melina. And even though I knew Farrah ran in there invisibly moments before, I still didn't see that coming. Mm-mm. They did a phenomenal job with that. Because normally I'm just like, aha, ooh, I got, I'm one step ahead of them. And this time they were one step ahead of me. So, bravo, heroes. I tip my hat to you.
Well, that was a very good pacing job.
It was great.
Blocking and the scene went. So it's just very well done scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, I would have liked to see more out of them. And that's the problem with such a large ensemble cast, at this point, is there's just so many people. It's like when Ren came on the screen, I was like, oh, I haven't seen Ren in 2 episodes.
Yeah, nice to see you again, buddy.
Yeah. So it's hard. You got so many people. You got a story to tell. You got all this stuff. You got to fit it all in. And now I'm kind of understanding why the other people that we were looking so forward to coming into the series, Hero and Haitian and Matt Parkman, and I kind of understand why certain characters waited so long to fit in, and I'm actually pretty happy with the pacing of when they introduced everybody. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. How do you guys see this ending? We have, hold on, Ricky Diaz in chat is saying they make a scene with a literal flaming tornado of garbage, which is what probably some people think of this show. And I've heard many bad reviews on the show too. So I've heard a fair share of good ones and a fair share of bad ones. So yes, there are people that are thinking that, guaranteed. So
what I do when I actually shouldn't be doing this, but I compare this season to the last season of Heroes, season 4.
Yeah.
And I go, this is so much better.
Oh, it's 1,000 times better. That carnival was awful. I want to wish the carnival never existed.
I have to say, I really liked that antagonist. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, he's great.
I was super invested in that last season of Heroes because of him.
I like the character.
Makes a great antagonist.
Yeah, I like the character. I just hated the carnival. I don't know what it was. But where do you see this going now? I mean, the end of the world, we're T-minus 8 hours away, 8.5 hours till the solar flare comes. How is Melina and Tommy going to stop this?
I mean, magic.
Duh.
Uh-huh.
I mean, are they like Voltron, with the Wonder Twins or something? They put their rings together and, they get a new power?
Have we ever met twin Evos before?
I don't think so.
We don't know.
Not like this.
No.
But also, I mean, we've seen Melina do the crazy things with the Aurora Borealis
Right.
Yeah.
and the black hole. Not the black hole. The eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that combined with time and space. Spacey stuff.
Yeah, I mean, my guess how this is going to work is Melina's going to conjure whatever to capture it, like to like block it, whatever. And Tommy's going to be able to harness that whole creation that she has as his portal. And it's basically they're going to put like a controlled black hole in the way of the gamma rays, and they're going to redirect them elsewhere.
Well, I mean, what we've seen from Melina so far is it's more of a dispersal of energy than anything else. So maybe she disperses the solar flare.
Yeah, like if you spread out the particles enough, it's not going to do damage.
Yeah, but then how does Tommy come into that? Like,
He stops time so the poles don't reverse.
okay.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Actually, I liked that they took the time in the beginning of I think it was the beginning of this episode. To say, be like, oh, it's the Healy plus the poles reversing.
Yeah.
That's the world-ending catastrophe. Not
Just the Healy.
neither of those things would have really destroyed the Earth, but both of those things happening at the exact same moment is what's going to cause everything to be like really bad.
Yeah. So Ricky Diaz has a couple theories in chat. He's saying young.
I like the last one.
He's saying young Tommy, who's taking a Primatech, like he mentioned at the beginning, saves HRG, horned rimmed glasses, aka Noah. Totally plausible. Stupid theory. Tommy goes back, actually kills Sylar, and retcons season 2 through 4, meaning only season 1 is canon. I would absolutely love that.
That'd be okay.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Even though Sylar would be dead. But they'd still get Sylar into the season, so I wouldn't be
They would.
complaining. And then finally he said, no, Luke's going to absorb everything and die.
The thing is, with Luke's power, he doesn't absorb the power. He's only like
He expels
he's
it.
charged by it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So maybe he
So-
will charge it and shoot it off elsewhere
To count-
into Melina's dispersal. But like, if that's the case, which seems plausible, if that is the case, like we've heard that it's Tommy and Melina that are the saviors, the chosen ones. So why would Luke have been undermined this whole time?
Oh wait, Luke absorbs everything, and then Tommy sends him to the moon.
And then the moon explodes,
Yep.
which causes our tides to get fucked up, which floods the Earth.
Not the whole Earth.
A majority of it.
Apparently, my theory is bipolar express theory.
Yeah, we'll go with
Is
that.
that the which one? Is that the? I don't know. I've said a bunch of things today that I.
Luke could be the second solar flare. We don't know. Anyway, do you ladies have anything else for this episode? No? Next week, final episode, the finale. It's called Project Reborn. Tommy.
We just came back, man.
We did. We just came back and now we're leaving.
I can't.
Tommy finds himself up against his biggest challenge yet as Erika takes drastic measures to see her plan succeed. The clock counts down to the end of the world.
TikTok.
Yeah. That's it. That is our synopsis.
That's it. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna explode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad to see it go. Like, we just got back. You know, we're ending the season. And not only are we ending the season, we're once again ending the series.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And like Heroes always, you know, held a good place in my heart. Like this was one of my first like series shows that I watched, you know, like straight through. It was like, you know, this and Lost and stuff like that. But Heroes came before Lost, so.
No, it didn't.
No.
No. Lost was first.
I think they were right around the same time. I thought Heroes was just a little bit first.
No, I thought Lost was a little bit first.
I don't know.
Don't ask me. I didn't watch either one of them through back in the day.
I'm gonna look right now. Lost debuted September 22nd of 2004.
Oh, okay.
And Heroes debuted. Yeah, I guess you're right. September 25th of 2006. 2006, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Probably a year and a half.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, see, the thing was, I avoided Lost for the first 2 seasons, so when I watched Lost, I watched it right around. Yeah.
I was in Lost from the beginning because of Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Obviously.
Phenomenal. But I avoided that show because I was like, that show's so stupid. Like, how can anybody get lost on an island? Like, that can't happen. There's black boxes. I had, like, this big, in-depth discussion with one of my friends one time for over an hour and a half of why I hate Lost. And then
having never seen the show?
Having never have seen the show. So then I went, I'm kind of hypocritical in that assessment. So after the argument, I go, I'm going to watch the show. And I watched the pilot, and then it was like, well, it's to be continued, and the next one's called Pilot Part 2, so I have to watch the second episode.
You gotta watch the part.
And then before I knew it, I was in season 3, and I was like, what the hell happened? Like, so, it ended up being...
is it?
It ended up being my favorite show of all time. So, yeah, Heroes is another one for me. Like, I love, in general, time travel, and, Lost having dealt with time travel. Heroes, the first season was based around the ability for time travel. Like, everything else kind of fit into play afterwards. Like, they made it about other things and the other ones, and it was A, the time travel, and B, Sylar, and it was just those two lovely things fused together. And I was worried that Heroes Reborn was going to lack that because, we don't have Sylar. We had very limited Hero, and...
Well, we have plenty of time and space.
Yeah.
We do.
So.
Plenty of it.
Yeah. Well, until next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later. Clio, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Clio Moto on the socials. And you know what? I think I might also be Clio Moto on Twitch now, too.
Oh. Ooh.
Get rid of that
Get rid of the. Just Clio Moto.
Really?
Back to Clio Moto on Twitch. So there's
Excellent.
that.
Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can. I missed that.
You missed it. You know you did.
Phenomenon. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Thank you guys for joining us. Ricky, thank you for joining us live in chat, as well as Gildarts. You guys, thank you. Till next week.
Bye-bye.
See you guys for the finale. I'm sad. Maybe I'll shed a tear.
Doubt it.
No?
No. You know what? I'd be happy if this was the finale because Joanne's gone.